The modern workforce really is going to be much more like a mixture of fully employed people, partly employed people, and a network of self-employed people almost. We're moving away from people having jobs for life, people having careers with one organisation, and moving to work being done by individuals, often just say for one project, and organisations being much more to do with collecting together individuals, managing their output, as opposed to having employees that are paid a salary, that turn up to work, and who feel that they justify their existence by getting on with doing whatever their job description says. So it'll be much more a mixture in the future of everything from something that looks very much like the current full-time employment pattern, through to people who are much more self-employed, controlling their own time, their own destiny, and paid by results.
For us, particularly in engineering, where I think the sector generally is struggling to attract young people into the sector, we need a very sustainable workforce. So we've got quite an active apprentice program. We put a lot of effort into our graduate program so that we start to bring people through our business to sort of create the sort of engineers and managers and sort of leaders of the future. So that sustainability is a key factor for us in what would be a sort of model workforce.
We're all quite aware that with technology changes, then it's becoming much more straightforward for employees to work remotely. In our business, then it's really critical to provide a personalised level of service, and face-to-face relationships with our high net worth clients are really important part of our value proposition. So we have remote employees working in locations around the world where our customers are based. Small businesses such as our own nowadays can establish quite a global presence for themselves via the internet and the sort of globalization of communications which we're able to achieve.
The modern workforce is an interesting question in terms of what it looks like, because we're at an age now where we've got multiple generations, probably 4 generations working. So we've got the baby boomers, your Gen X, your Gen Y, Gen Z, people in business now. And every one of them has their own kind of certain ways that they want to be dealt with and want to be treated. But I think one of the common themes running through all of those different generations is that flexibility. Is the need for flexibility. If we think about the older generation and kind of their need to not just manage the young people in their families, they've got older people that they need to manage as well. They want that flexibility. And it's also, if you look at the kind of the younger generations as well, they kind of accept that's how they want to be managed these days. So I think for organisations taking on board that is something that some of them might find quite difficult, because with flexibility generally comes complexity in terms of how those people are managed and the various pay contracts that those people might be employed on. So that's the key, I think, for organisations is to deal with that flexibility and try and automate as much as possible.